Welcome to Lombardi's Bar.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl. Does he have a vintage moment in it? In the end zone, it is caught for the win!
The Green Bay Packers are going to be world champions, NFL champions for the third straight year. What the hell's going on out here?
Jones, look at that balance! Aaron Jones, see ya! Rodgers, four-man rush, gonna float it down the seam. Adams has it, and he's in. Touchdown, Packers. 2nd and 6. Zadarius Smith. The beat goes on.
Welcome in, Green Bay Packer fans, to Lombardi's Bar. Why don't you pull up a bar stool, get a drink, whatever it is that you need to drink to get through the start of training camp here, and let's talk some Green Bay Packers football. I am your bartender at Lombardi's Bar, Dan Connick. Thanks so much for joining us again today. I'm joined by our two bar patrons, the guys that are here every single week, the barflies that have nothing better to do than to sit here, get drunk, and talk Green Bay Packers football. The first one is Jimmy Christensen. Jimmy, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I look forward to this every week.
Like every barfly.
Yeah.
That's all we've got.
Yeah.
Speaking of all he's got, this is Todd Varney joining us in here. Todd, how's it going?
I'm fired up tonight. I'm ready to go. The pads are on yesterday. They're hitting each other. I saw Mason Crosby making a tackle on a dummy. I mean, that's football's here.
Someone's getting lit up on kickoff.
Football is here.
All right. Let's kick it off then, guys.
Real quick.
Right off the bat. We're here at the bar. This is our first show since, like what Jimmy said, padded practice. So out of the first padded practices, guys, who are you buying around for?
All right, so I'm going Tim Boyle. I've read so many tweets of how he's just making – what was his first throw is a perfect deep ball to MVS, which just made my heart flutter. And then I just keep seeing tweets, whether it's Herman or honestly pretty much the person I follow on Twitter right now for those live tweets, but just saying those perfect throws from Boyle, it's getting me hyped up. I'm weirdly into Tim Boyle, so I'm buying him whatever he wants. He can have a shot. He can have any light beer he wants. I'm not splurging for any IPAs, but yeah.
You and Andy Herman can bond over your Tim Boyle fascination. It's
his is like 3 times as big as mine.
I was gonna say.
I really like him at QB too, for especially this year, and then I think he'll be bouncing around the league.
Andy. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Andy has a Tim Boyle jersey sitting in his closet, and it's the only other Tim Boyle jersey in existence except the 2 that sit at Lombardi. I have to imagine that's the only other place. Todd, who are you buying around for?
Friend of show, recently paid, thanks to us. Congratulations, guys. Kenny Clark. Pull up a chair. Let me get you one. Probably going to put it on his tab, though, but don't tell him.
Oh, for sure. I'm saying Clark every time I go to the bar.
That's Clark with a C, Clark?
Yeah. Common spelling. Let's go.
Yeah. I'll wear his shirt, too, so I'll just turn around and be like, see, Clark, it's me. That'd be perfect.
Don't we all wear our jerseys to the bar?
And speaking of that, that's free agents for the Green Bay Packers. You come on Lombardi's Bar, you get that bag.
Yeah.
So the stools are wide open here. I will go with Josh Jackson that I'm going to buy around for because it really seemed like out of like everybody that was happening, or everything that was happening these first couple of weeks first couple of days of training camp, I should say. He really seemed to kind of be the one that stood out to everybody. And I think that he's the one that needed to stick out the most to everybody. You could argue that he was the one that needed to come out and make the big splash right off the bat out of, some would say Christian Kirksey. Like I think Josh Jackson needed that the most. And I think he delivered, at least early on, at least showed that he kind of wants to be here.
Do you think if he wouldn't have, this would have just been his last season with the team?
Oh yeah. I think he's still, in that kind of limbo, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
You know, of is he going to be here next year? He needs to show what he's showing right now the rest of the year. Even if it's not so much like he doesn't need to go out and be an all-star, but just show this kind of like effort, show this kind of, whatever. All right. Let's flip it over to the other side. Who needs to pay their tab here at Lombardi's Bar?
I have a few for this one. The first,
Jimmy has been waiting for this.
Well, two of them have nothing to do with the Packers team, but the first one's Jacob Westendorf because he keeps putting stuff in the comments, trying to poke the bear a little bit, and he's trying. Yeah, so Jacob Westendorf is going to get real PG-13 soon.
It's called professionalism, Jacob.
Yeah, get it. The second one that has to pay me is Meijer Grocery Store. Because I went there today to pick up some things, and you know how they have like the candy and soda by the register for like impulse buys?
Right.
Well, Meijer just stepped up their game big time because I went to the register and they had this Packer shirt that was like, that talks about bears crying. And I was like, I have to buy it just instantly. And I went home, I was like, Des, they put it by the register. Like there's no way I'm not buying that shirt. So.
Oh, wait, why do they have to pay the tab for that? That's
because They got me with the impulse buy. I
got you.
They made me spend money. I'm trying to be a little frugal.
I'm an XL for the record, Jimmy.
All right, I got you.
You got my address.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. All right, but my Packer person for paying the tab is Montravius Adams. You didn't do anything wrong getting hurt. I don't blame. Like that happens. I hope you heal very quickly. And it's probably not your fault you got carted off the field. But dear God, did you give me a heart attack? I thought when he went down too, I was like, well, our D-line didn't have much depth as it is. Like, here we go. Like now one of the guys that we were looking forward to maybe stepping up is hurt, but it was just a toe.
And before you go, Todd, I want to have sort of like an addendum to Jimmy's pay the tab. How about like all of the beat writers that were on Twitter and simultaneously said something to the effect of Adams is down with an injury? You've got to specify if it's Devontae or Montravius.
It's like Funches that he's not playing with a 17.
Right, exactly. That's exactly right. Like it's bad news for any, like we don't wish for any injuries, but that's a pretty big difference between Montravius Adams and Devontae Adams. And granted, Devontae had his own little scare. What was that today? Earlier today?
Yeah.
But dude, you gotta differentiate between those two, man. It's one letter, an M and a D.
You don't even have to put the period. I don't even care. You can just put whatever.
Yeah.
Todd, what about you?
I'm gonna go with pass catchers in general. You know, we've definitely talked about that position a lot this offseason. Tight ends and wide receivers combined. There just sounds like there was a ton of drops yesterday at practice. I didn't hear a lot about it today, but we're counting on those guys. Your job's to catch the ball. Catch the ball. Let's go.
Even LaFleur is asked about it today, and he said he felt like there's been more drops in this training camp than usual, and obviously he just put it towards not being able to get those offseason workouts. But I don't know who saw my video posted 1 month ago. Let me say again, posted 1 month ago.
Receipts. Check the receipts.
Who saw that? I didn't drop a single pass. Didn't have gloves on. It was wet. LaFleur, you need someone to. I got you.
Catch cap lock. Cap lock.
Every time.
There it is. Just like that. Every time.
I'll make those noises too. Intimidation.
Pay the man.
Yeah.
I'll go a little bit macro on this one. And pay the tab. I don't like to do this, but man, what the hell is up with the Green Bay Packers limiting further restricting what the beat writers and media are able to discuss during training camp? If there is an advantage gained by another team reading who's running in what reps or who's working what side of the offensive line, I'd love to see it because I'm just baffled, guys. I don't know what it is. Like I quote tweeted it with the Ravens, you can go watch their full practice live on YouTube, and you can go back and rewatch it. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't understand what the point is. And then, I mean, I hate to be like this guy and to sound like kind of preachy, and some other people have sort of alluded to it too, but like this team is, it's got that aura of being fan centric. The owners are the fans, all of that. You're part of the community, and such a weird situation where the only information we get from training camp is from these people, and you restrict it. I don't understand what it was. So if there's somebody in the comments that can explain it to me, I'll buy you a beer if you can do it. I would appreciate it.
The weirdest part, or like, this to show how bad fans want to see it. There's all those pictures of people like literally looking through links on a fence, trying to like snap pictures, like crouched down. You have grown adults sitting on like crisscross applesauce on the cement, looking through a bottom of a fence. Like, put the damn thing online. Did
you just refer to Eli Berkovitz as an adult? Wow, that's a big compliment for
him. There's a lot of adults, and then there's Eli looking through that bottom.
Shout out Open Book.
Subscribe, rate, review, Open Book.
Yeah.
He said he doesn't like pizza though.
He doesn't like pizza.
Yeah, wait, hold on. That's another thing too. Let's talk about that.
That's a whole new episode.
I just had pizza for dinner tonight.
I gotta call him out here. I gotta do it right now. Him and Perry Goldstein, by the way. So I'm throwing everybody on from Game On Wisconsin under the bus. They said they don't like gum.
I don't either. That's fine.
Chewing gum.
Really?
Do you hate puppies? Happiness?
Do you hate good breath?
I'm more of a mints guy. I don't like your.
Oh, mints! I forgot those exist.
But there's preferring mints and not liking gum. I just feel like there's. I don't understand it. I don't.
And to Todd's point, like, look at this, Todd. Didn't hear me. Could have been chewing gum.
That's right.
Or it didn't make sense.
Your jaw hurts.
You hang out with some horses, some cows that are
stops tasting like anything after about 2 minutes. Just
he's been watching too much Brett Hundley just on the sideline. Just
man, I'll tell you what. I used to do some part-time work for a minor league baseball team, and they have just those buckets of the double bubble. You know, that really crappy gum. I literally would take 2 handfuls. And I always wear cargo shorts for this reason. You take 2 handfuls of it before the game, you stuff it into your shorts, and I would literally open up 3 of these mothers and put it into my mouth and chew it like a big wad of chewing tobacco. It lasted for about 2 minutes. I'd throw it away and do it all over again.
And I chew the sugar off it.
Such waste. I can't with these guys.
All right.
Next segment.
I want to take some bar bets, and I'm excited here because I've got a brand new graphic to display for everybody watching. You guys saw it. I'm really happy about it. So we got our bar bets today, guys. So the first one. Did we do this one already or not? I don't care. It's 8.5 wins. Over under for the Packers after the first couple of padded practices we've seen. 8.5 wins. I'm pretty sure we all took the over on this, or if we talked about it, we were all looking the over on this. So 8.5 wins, over under for you guys.
Todd, go ahead, boss. Even though I know what yours is going to be, 5 beers something.
5 over.
5, and it's not 5 beers.
Oh
now.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Not 5 beers. It's 5 Bakhtiari. Oh, I got it. All right, hold on. See, I got to get rid of that.
There it is.
Because there's our 5 Bakhtiaris.
Yeah.
We don't do beers here at Lombardi's Bar. It's Bakhtiaris. So
that's
Todd,
beautiful.
Isn't it though? Look at that.
I last night on the round table, Andy Herman, he brought up a great point of there's just so many weapons, so many ingredients for LaFleur to cook with that it's hard to imagine this team, somebody can have a bad game and there's 2 or 3 other guys they can look to. The defense, who do you like more, the pass rushers or the defensive backs? I mean, it's all there, and not every team is going to be able to have a day on the ground like the 49ers did. So it just comes down to, a simple fact. This is a really good team. I think last year they struggled to mesh and really look like that high quality of a team, and they still came out with 13 wins. Vegas has us at 8.5 this year. I'm going hard on the over.
Yeah.
Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm saying this. I'm going 5, and I'm definitely going over. Like you said, we have a lot of weapons on the offense, and it's just we're going into the second year under Matt LaFleur's offense, which can be really complicated. It's a brand new system, and for a lot, like Rodgers, he was under one system for over 10 years. Like, it's not a transition isn't going to happen overnight, and now, and even Tim Boyle said too, the offense, shout out Andy again. Every time I mention Tim Boyle, I feel like I got to say Andy right after. But even with, like Tim Boyle was saying, like everyone just feels more comfortable right now in this system going into a second year. They had an off season where you couldn't really work out as you would have too. So to kind of pick up the slack, there's been so much more time to study film and study the playbook. I'm really excited for this team, and I think it's definitely. I think the team's gonna be around 11 wins.
Are you guys ready for this?
Don't say under. I'll quit. I'll walk off.
No, you won't. No. We'll fire Dan.
No.
Okay, good point.
I'm gonna go over.
Yeah.
I'm saying right now, it is August 19th, 2020. I am riding the best high known to man, and that is the first week of training camp high, where every single player is an MVP and every single rookie is going to come out and be an all-pro.
Everyone's in the best shape of their lives. Exactly.
And for that reason, I am saying today, the 2020 Green Bay Packers are going to go undefeated. Undefeated. I'm only going to go 2 Bakhtiari. Because I'm not crazy.
Oh, man.
But I'd like it to know.
Confidence.
I say undefeated because I'm going to put the caveat in that something happens to the season where the Packers win their first 4 games and then the season gets completely canceled. So, but undefeated, no matter what. I think they win every game. I am loving, like, this is the best high in the world.
We need a new host, Jacob.
I'd say he did put in the comments right when Dan mentioned firing, or Todd mentioned firing someone. He wanted to make sure that we know that he's the only one who can fire people.
And also to go back to the gum thing, how can you not enjoy Big League Chew?
Look,
like that's the quintessential bubble gum.
It's not that I don't enjoy it. I'm just not gonna grab it. If it's there, yeah, I'll take a pinch, and then in 30 seconds, there's no flavor, and I spit it out. Hopefully, there's a garbage can close by, because 90% of the time, people that chew gum, I swear, they just spit it on the ground. They're like, hey, Todd's going to walk in this area, and they put it on the ground, and then I got to step around it. I feel like 90% of my life, I'm walking around looking, trying to avoid gum and or snakes.
Oh, yeah, you live in Arizona. That makes sense. I was about to be so confused. I was like, Madison has snakes? What the heck? You go to the zoo a lot? What the hell?
I'm out in rural Wisconsin right now. They're everywhere. I killed 2 like 3 weeks ago.
I thought you were in Madison.
No, grow up. Don't worry about where I am. I'm in my mom's basement.
You and Jamal dodging rattlesnakes.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
So I hate you guys. So talking about this, the going over and whatnot, Todd, you mentioned the secondary. It seems like a group that I was actually nervous about for just being incredibly young. And I know it's the first few days of training camp and everyone's just like full upright for these guys right now. But like, it seems like the secondary could be pretty damn good this year.
Yeah. And I think the fact that they didn't bring in anybody, I mean, granted, I feel like Tremont is kind of there as a safety outlet if something goes wrong, but
yeah,
I feel like them not bringing anybody in really speaks to the coaching staff's confidence in this group of guys. The fact that Josh Jackson is being talked about positively after, last year, it kind of seemed like he was probably done.
Yeah.
If he can come around and play some meaningful snaps and be a contributor on defense, it gives us 3 solid corners. Okay. And that doesn't even bring in to play Kadar or Shannon Sullivan. I mean, that's a deep squad right there.
Shannon and Raven Green, like like the Packers have that not just in the secondary, but like there's that nickel cornerback, the role that is, I think, one of the strongest, most underrated positions this Packers team has. I think they're gonna surprise a lot of people this year. I think that's a good point you mentioned with the secondary.
Check out that game on Wisconsin. I wrote about the nickel corners last week.
I really like Will Redmond too. Like he was a 3rd round draft pick. It was like 16-17. Last year was his first year. He was healthy for a whole season. Like, and they put him he started a game at nickel safety. His first time ever playing that position, led the team in special team tackles. Like he has a lot of talent and get another year healthy. And I think he can compete. They even mentioned him as someone they've been really impressed by with his like leadership in the secondary, since it's weird. He's one of the older guys, even though he only came in the league a few years ago. So he's another one too that I wouldn't be surprised if he takes people by surprises some people and does some stuff.
All right, our next one, we're gonna go offense. We just did a lot of defense there. Let's go offense. Actually, our next two are both going to be offense. So let's see what this goes with. More offensive touches. Swervin or DeGuara? Now there's a lot to unpack with that.
And this includes like catches and runs?
Yes.
Yeah. And no special, because this is one of those funky ones, because Irvin, there's a really good chance Irvin gets more touches overall than DeGuara, because you're expecting him to be a special teams guy, right?
Yeah.
But offensive.
This is a good one. This is a really good one.
They deserve a raise. Whoever came up with this one.
Yeah. Is it you? Hey.
Oh yeah, this is Todd's. This is Todd's show.
I'm gonna veto whatever Jacob said, and I'm gonna give Todd a raise. He didn't say anything about being in charge of raises, so Todd, you got a raise. Shit, that one's tough. I'm gonna go DeGuara. I'm not confident at all. I'm only gonna go 2 beers on this. Or 2 Bakhtiaris. Yeah, 2 Bakhtiaris. Not because I don't trust DeGuara. It's just because also Swerve and Irvin, he's been working out with wide receivers, a lot of end around stuff. He did some of that towards the end of the last season. But my big thing is Matt LaFleur's love for DeGuara is what's kind of giving me the edge. He's going to be in the backfield. He's going to be at tight end slot. Who knows, maybe even at wide out some plays, kind of motioning out there. So I'm definitely going to go with DeGuara, 2 Bakhtiaris.
All right. Todd?
This is a good one. I didn't actually have an answer when I put it in there. I'm going to try to take less time than Jimmy, and I'm just going to go 5 years and follow Jimmy on this one. I think it's going to be DeGuara. I think when Irvin's out there, it's going to be a lot of, more of a why is he here and what's he doing than actually getting the ball. If they are really wanting to run a jet sweep at an important time, it's hard for me to imagine Matt LaFleur preferring to give the ball to Tyler Irvin than Aaron Jones in that situation.
Yeah.
If just things like that, where, how much time is he really going to get in the slot? Which maybe that's the reason that they're telling reporters they can't talk about it, is because maybe Tyler Irvin's like the 2nd or 3rd best player on this offense, and we just don't know it.
What if he's going to be quarterback?
Can you report that?
Yeah, think about that.
Can we report
That's
that?
why they don't want to say it, is because secretly Tyler Irvin's been taking snaps back there as QB, straight Michael Vick, Madden 2004.
I am going to go Irvin. I think Irvin gets more touches. I'll go 4 Bakhtiaris on this. I just can't imagine a scenario. I know that LaFleur loves DeGuara. That's very obvious. Mm-hmm. And I'm really excited to see what they do with him in this offense, because that's exactly why you got him, because he can do pretty much everything. He can fit kind of anywhere. But also, if I look at the tight end group at 1A, 1B, however you want to kind of put it right now, it's Mercedes Lewis and Jay Sternberger. And I think just by nature of being a veteran, I give the edge to Robert Tanyan above DeGuara. So like already,
are you calling DeGuara a tight end? Is
Yeah.
that where we're putting him? Is he a tight end?
Wasn't Jimmy Graham a tight end, or is he a wide receiver? I'm not going to get drowned down in semantics, Todd.
Hey,
all right,
Where's a football player? Plays everywhere. That accent.
And he can pass. No, I know that they're going to put him into different places. I know that he'll get his opportunities, but there's only so many people you can put onto the field at one time. And I just
11.
Breaking news, everybody. It's 11. Still.
Smart ass. Oh my god. What a dick.
Weird. Todd, you got an agree here on YouTube. Irvin being the weapon that we don't even know the ceiling of yet.
I'm just trying to get back in O'Meal's favor. Mad at me that I don't like gum, but we both like Irvin. We're fine. It's cool.
So our last one here, guys, also offensive and offensive weapon related. EQ and MVS. Who ends up with more catches this year between the two? So not touches, not passes thrown their way. None of these little. Well, I guess jet sweeps count because you kind of get that little. That counts as a catch, right?
Depends. The
shovel pass.
Yep.
Yeah.
So catches. Who has more? EQ or MVS?
I'm gonna go with. Can you put our latest comment up there? That's my answer. Patty. I'm gonna go with EQ. I would have honestly before today. I would have gone with MVS. I'm gonna put 5 Bakhtiaris on this one. I'm gonna go with EQ because in LaFleur's press conference today, he was talking about how impressed he was and with how well EQ picked it up, like the playbook and everything up. And he just mentioned him like he's really smart football player. He's long, he's fast, he has a big catch radius. So I think for that reason, the reason I would have picked MVS was just because he had a year playing in LaFleur's system where EQ didn't. But now since he's just saying like he has picked it up quicker than he thought he would, I'm going to go with EQ. I try to shorten that up for you too, Todd.
Well, it's another great question. I'm not sure who wrote it. But
some genius apparently.
Yeah. Another one that I didn't have an answer for when I wrote it, except I kind of did because I'm going to die on this mountain. It's MVS, 5 beers, 5 Bakhtiaris. He was battling injuries last year. He was in a bad spot. He wasn't able to step up in his second year to be that guy. I think coming into his third year, provided guys stay healthy, and the number of different weapons that are on this team, it's got to be MVS. He's a mismatched nightmare. I mean, you get him on a nickel, done, dime over. Like he's big, he's fast. Let's go play ball.
Yeah, I agree with you, Todd. I think it's MVS, just because again of like we don't know what EQ can really do yet. We still have yet to see everything that Equanimous can do for this football team. And so just because of the pure unknown of what his talent is or how healthy he'll be able to stay, MVS has at least some kind of rapport already in a game situation with Aaron Rodgers. They are obviously planning around an offense with speedy wide receivers. Hello, Tyler Irvin. Like this is what they want. They want speed. MVS has speed. I think he's the safe bet just because I don't know what I have with EQ yet. You know, I don't know if am I going out of bounds?
No, I mean he hasn't.
Yeah, you're a shitty person.
He hasn't played football in a really long time.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know that that's, a bad take to have. I mean, what is he? Sure, he knows the playbook. That's good. Can he still run? Can he still cut? Can he move? Can he still catch? because no one else can.
Right.
That's one thing I'm nervous about too, with like ankles, anything with like the foot, ankle. I always get nervous at repeat injuries. Like, is it an injury that could easily happen again? Like, I know Deebo Samuel's injury is different. It's a foot thing, but like they're worried about him re-injuring it later on in the season if he comes back. Like Raven Green missed the first season with ankle injury, and then the next season missed it with an ankle injury. Like, is it just more people are susceptible to it? I don't know. I'm nervous for that. I don't want him to re-injure himself. I'm still going EQ, but I'm terrified. Anything ankle and below, I always get nervous for re-injuries.
Here's a really good question that I don't think any of us had thought about yet. What happens if we tie at the end of the season on all of these bets? Because we don't really have a tiebreaker yet.
I don't know that we really have a scoring system, do we? Are we actually keeping track of this? I kind of thought we were just.
Oh yeah, I take a Sharpie and I mark them on my wall.
So I should probably stop doing 5 for okay.
Oh no, you're fucked. Yeah, you're gonna. I'm gonna punch.
Hey, my grandma's watching. Realize this is language, please.
I'm sorry, Grammy.
This is a show on the internet. It lives forever. No one's gonna forget this.
Well, no, yeah, some people.
It doesn't matter because I'm not wrong on any of these.
Oh, so good point. Good point.
I want to talk to you guys just a little bit more informally about these first couple of days of training camp. Obviously, I don't know. Like, let me just start with this before we get into like kind of what we've seen already. How much more are we going to be able to kind of get out of these practices? Do these practices really lose their value to fans like us because we're not going to really we're not going to really get any detail out of it? Or do you guys still think there's something to get out of it?
There was still quite a bit of detail today, at least coming up, because they can still talk about the different matchups that there are, you know, who's covering who on a play, who's throwing the ball. They just can't talk, you know, specify that, okay, this guy's playing with the first team, or this guy is spending all of his time coming out in you know, the slot. It's things like that they didn't have in there. I feel like there was still some good quality coming out today. And I think that those are the things moving forward that, sure, it changes some stuff. It's going to put a whole lot more speculation out there, which is probably Matt LaFleur's game plan, is to just put speculation and questions and see how much he can get in the head of those clowns up there in Minnesota.
See, it just that like if that's the point, and I know Jacob Westendorf is sitting here waiting in the comments, and I don't care, but that just is like such a Jim Harbaugh move. Is like he never releases two deeps, so like as if it's like some kind of competitive thing for people to know who's sitting where on the depth chart. And that was another one of the things, is like the beat writers, the association writers that are there, are limited in what they can write about in terms of like projections of 53-man roster and that kind of stuff. And if that's what it is, it just feels so Jim Harbaugh, and Jim Harbaugh just seems like such a try hard. And I hate that kind of stuff. It's like, you're not in charge of the bomb. It's freaking football. Like give the people some information. And I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting for. Yeah, there's Jacob. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
Can you add the one right above that though? He's giving me a new nickname.
Jimmy Jesus. Love it.
Yeah, that's how he meant me to say it too.
We got Whitewater Jesus. We got Jimmy Jesus.
Jimmy Jesus. There's Jimmy G, and then there's Jimmy Jesus. Yeah, I'm a little above Jimmy G from San Fran. So,
but I think got some team handsome like that.
Let me just what thoughts from the first couple of days of practice? What stood out to you? What are your thoughts about the thighs? That's the first thing. What are the thighs?
I'm pumped. Like, first day I was like, damn, his legs are huge. And then after like multiple hours of only hearing stuff about his thighs and not really much else about practice, I was like, okay, but like, who's catching passes? Like, who's making good plays? Like, I love his quads, man. First team all quads, but I'm kind of glad we're getting. I'm kind of glad we're getting past the AJ Dillon monstrosity of a body, just straight yoked. But
I'm not getting past it.
Yeah, you've been just
getting past it.
You've been doing the juicing, trying to get up there.
I'm amazed that it took you longer tonight, Dan, to bring up AJ Dillon's legs than it did Jacob last night, who mentioned them for the first time on the round table at the 27-minute mark. You hit it in the 34-minute mark tonight. I don't know how. Thank you, Janelle. Let's go. The guy, I mean, if they have smaller shorts in Green Bay, get them on this man. It's incredible. And not only that, and then he just blew up that sled, which was nuts. But his spin move that he hit after that is like, what just pulled it all together. You were like, okay, I get it. Dude,
speed.
Kind of like you were saying, Jimmy, like, I get it. He's got big legs. He's powerful.
Yeah.
We've never seen a guy like this. And then he hit it, and you're like, yeah, okay, cool. He can hit things. Did he just spin? Did he just hit a spin move?
That's when your shirt came off, wasn't it? Just
yeah. Next topic.
Todd's over there like the water boy. Yeah.
No, I showed Des. So I showed my wife. I was like, "Hey, look at this guy's legs," and she was looking a little too long.
You're on my Instagram. Were you on my Instagram?
I was on Instagram, and all of a sudden she goes, "But why is he wearing such short shorts?" I was like, "Don't complain, Des. Let him do it. Let him wear those shorts." Yeah, I was like, "Let him happen." I love it.
Happen.
I was more into it than she was.
I don't know how serious this was. I assume it was a lot of tongue in cheek. I don't think there was really anything serious to it, but you never know how people like this go. That people were saying that his thighs are like meant to be a distraction from not getting like wide receivers and not doing anything else offensively. Like they got like they brought in some they brought him in and they wanted him to get those shorter shorts to kind of like distract people to be talking about something else than receivers. And it
started oiling.
I fell for it.
Yeah, we all did, man.
Yeah, hook, line, sinker. Let's go.
That's right. Here's a quick question in the same thing. What about Green and Jones's guns? Dude, everyone came in yoked. I feel like there's not a single Eddie Lacy on this team.
Well, and when we had one of our best friends, Kenny Clark, on, he was holding out on us.
Yeah.
There's all kinds. I mean, Rashawn Gary, they're talking about, he looks like a different guy. Robert Tonyan looks like a different guy. He's telling us, I don't know, nobody really showed up. Kenny, we got you paid, and you're gonna hold out on us.
It's pretty messed up, honestly. I almost texted him and was like, dude, don't ever try to come on our show again.
No,
we'll talk to him about it next time we chat. He'll be back, I'm sure. Yeah.
I sent his PR person a Target gift card today as a thank you. Try to suck up to her.
Yeah.
I use one of our wedding thank you cards too. I knew we saved these things from 2 years ago for a reason. I was like, Des, where's our wedding thank you cards? Those are so nice. She was like, oh, they're in the closet. I even had her write the address and like nice handwriting. I went all out for this Target card.
So the question is, were the cards? They're not like they're blank, right? Like they didn't say like thank you for coming to the wedding of
the date and a picture of you guys on the front of it.
I wrote my own message on there. It was all blank, and then I was debating. I was like, should I put a little drawing in for my daughter? I was like, nope, too weird. Don't do that.
I really thought you were about to say like should I have put a drawing in? And I was just imagining Jimmy like doing like little like stick figure drawings like with arrows that says like Jimmy, Kenny, best friends with like little hearts. Yeah.
I should have. I messed up now. I almost swore again. Sorry, Jacob. I messed up now. I should have did that.
Well, you brought up Robert Tonyan. Let's talk about him because he got some shout outs from Matt LaFleur and even said like Robert could be in contention for being that starting tight end, which is crazy to think about that. What, 2 years ago, a year ago, he was an undrafted free agent and was barely making the practice squad.
Yeah, that's insane. He was a player that I really thought after he got to Guerra, I was like, well, he's a guy that's on the outs. Like we have Mercedes, we have Sternberger. Like maybe he's going to be a player that wants to go somewhere else, but he's made some big plays. Like he had that 54-yard touchdown against Seahawks in 2018 for a touchdown where he did that little Michael Jordan shrug at the end. He had that big catch against the Cowboys last year. Like Robert Tonyan could be a really big playmaker for us. Like he's versatile in the pass game. He got praise from Aaron Rodgers last training camp. Now he's getting praise from Matt LaFleur. He has like 17 different nicknames. Bobby, Big Bob Tonyan, Robert, Big Ball Bob.
I love that Matt LaFleur had to answer the question, what do you guys call him? Bobby or Rob? He's like, call him whatever the hell you want, man. I like before we move on to our last little bit here, I really love this idea, and Nomal is killing it today. $1 into the Game On tattoo jar every time Jimmy swears. Everyone's gonna have sleeves at the end of the season if that's what we do, man.
Okay, can I justify this for a second though?
A justifiable.
Okay, my profession is a teacher. I can't swear in front of kids. Has it slipped a couple times? Absolutely. Did I accidentally tell a kid to get his shit off my desk? Absolutely. I apologize. 3rd grade. Don't want to talk about it.
Here's the thing: if you're paying attention to our followers in the comments here in the chat, you would know that Blake is watching tonight, and you're dropping F-bombs in front of
I
the
dropped
child.
one F-bomb. One.
You said some other stuff too.
While we're on the topic, real quick, of Game On tattoos, I've got some bad news, guys. These are still in my possession. I moved the goalpost. We didn't hit 450. We didn't even hit 400. I get it. No one likes me. I have terrible content on the internet. It's fine. Aaron, try harder, maybe, running the social media. Let's get rid of these things. I've got an empty can of beer around here somewhere that can go Super Bowl 31. I was in the 5th grade. I'll put that in a box and send it. We got to hit 450.
Oh, are we done? Are we done listening to Todd pander for social media followers?
Yeah. Back to Jimmy.
Okay.
At the Todd B.
Here, there you go, Todd.
Hey.
Yeah, as we go on. All right. Let's get to our last
segment.
segment.
Take 15 seconds quick to let him go do that. Go on Twitter, follow it. Come on.
You guys.
We'll sit here.
We'll wait.
Wait.
I'll explain why it's fine if I swear on here.
Sure, Jimmy. Go.
I'm a teacher.
All right, let's move on.
Can't swear when I teach. I have a daughter. Can't swear in front of my daughter. Have to let it out sometime.
That's who you're supposed to swear in front of.
No, because now she copies what I say.
Exactly. Kids are only there to download all of your messed up crap onto the next generation.
That's a good point.
Coming from the man who has no children. All right. I want to do some drunk text with you guys. This is a fun segment that we thought of, and I want to let the listeners know, if you're still watching or hanging out with us, we want to do some Q&A and question stuff after this too. So if you got questions for us, as stupid or as straight as they want to be, I don't care. Hit us up with your questions in the chat as we run through our segment here of drunk text, because we want to do all these. But if you're at the bar, guys, we're at Lombardi's bar. Who are you sending a drunk text to? It could be anybody for any reason, anything.
Oh yeah, I've been thinking about this.
All right.
So I'm sending a nice "you up?" ? And I'm sending it. Yep, Snack Harrison. Sending him a "you up?" ? And I'm gonna have a picture, me in bed, blankets up just above my nips, seductive face, saying "you up?" I want him on our team. We need someone else on the defensive line. Let Kenny Clark move around a little bit. Just see what that monster can do from other parts of the defensive line. And I like Snack Harris would be a perfect addition to this defense. Let's get him on our team. That's my drunk text.
Jimmy, can I see your seductive face?
Oh, you don't even want it. That's it. If I get real seductive, I'll do this.
My grandma's watching, guys.
Well, your grandma just got a little turned on.
Yeah, this is fun.
Why don't you give us your drunk text?
I'm gonna play the mind games here, and I'm gonna text Kirk Cousins and ask him if he has a fire extinguisher, or cat facts.
Yeah,
Which you found out you guys don't know what cat facts are.
I don't know.
You can sign. It's like $8, and they for 30 messages, and every day they will send a fact about cats to anybody. So and they can't stop them. Like, it just happens. It keeps coming. Otherwise, the fire extinguisher, when I was in like my early 20s, like whenever I would be crashing a buddy's place, they'd have to get up and go to work the next day. And if I was still hanging out at their place while they were at work, I would always like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, send them, hey, where's your fire extinguisher? and then I would just shut my phone off.
So you're just trying to.
But I'm asking, if just by me saying, where is your fire extinguisher? Or do you have one? You guys right now in your heads are like, I think it's under the sink, right? Is it? Wait. Is it?
No, my answer is no, I don't.
No, I don't have.
If you get that in the middle of the night, Jimmy, you got kids. Think about that. That's not safe.
Are you in the pocket of big fire extinguisher or something? Like, what's the sales pitch?
It just gets in his head. It's going to keep him up. It's going to wake him up. It's going to keep him up. He's not going to be focused. He's going to be thinking about, does he have a fire extinguisher? And if he does, where is it?
And if he doesn't, call Todd, because he's got a great line on the best fire extinguishers you could ever have, Kurt.
And when he's just about back to sleep, cat facts. Boom. Got him. He's up. He's awake now. Make coffee.
It's foolproof, honestly.
It's 3 a.m. and you're awake.
I honestly believe fire extinguishers only exist in the movies. I've never had one in my home. I don't feel like they exist in the home.
I don't think houses are supposed to have them. That's made up.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't think.
We have hoses. I don't need a fire extinguisher. I got a hose.
Oh,
This time you guys are both. You guys are complete.
Look at this. Oh, Jesus! Look what my fiance just dropped off.
Yeah.
Apparently, we do have a fire extinguisher in the home.
Yeah, I got one at the top of the steps.
Yeah, I for real don't have a fire
It's
extinguisher.
dusty as hell because it's never been used. I'm pretty sure it's before like.
Yeah, you're gonna need to get that recharge. Probably check the date.
Yeah,
Dude,
no, that thing probably just shoots snakes.
Yes, Jimmy, go get a fire extinguisher tomorrow.
I seriously didn't know houses, and this might be really dumb. I seriously did not know houses had fire extinguishers.
Yes,
I thought it was just like buildings. Like you go to a school. There's fire.
I'm sorry, is a house not a building?
No, a house is a house. There's houses and they're buildings.
Dan, who are you texting?
Todd's like,
I can't with you.
I'm pretty cold blooded with my drunk text. Des Bryant, new phone. Who this? Because I feel like he is so desperate, man. He is casting out the net, trying to find somebody to pay attention to him and bring him onto a team. I don't need him on my team. New phone. Who this? Des? Who are you? I don't need you here, man. That's my drunk text. And I've been looking. We have no I want to hear questions or anything from the comments, because I'd love to hear fire extinguishers or cat facts. Give us cat facts in the comments. Anything you got.
Your tweet the other day cracked me up though. Wasn't it you that were like, if I was you'd pay other teams to sign them?
I'd pay another team to sign them, but that's probably why I would be a terrible GM.
I was crying. I was like, that's true though.
But like, I don't know. Like, fine. Look, man, it's without getting too into it. It's very obvious that NFL owners can guarantee somebody not playing or somebody playing in the NFL if they want to.
Sorry, I can't. Can you bring up Aaron's comment? Because I did not listen to a word you said after she put that on there.
I thought you were laughing at me.
I don't think we can put that on here. This is Blake's walk. Come on, guys.
Blake can't read. She's not even 2 or 1.
Neither can Jacob.
We need pictures, or it didn't happen.
Guys, come on. Let's focus here on somebody. Please ask us a question in the chat.
Yeah, something football. Jacob asked us what the hell's going on, and we can answer. I'm like, I don't know. We got derailed.
Not a clue. We are off the rails right now.
This is what's going on. Lombardi's bar is what's going on, man.
Yeah, and Todd, this is honestly your fault. You brought up fire extinguishers. You brought up cat facts. If you want to get mad, like get mad at yourself.
I'm sorry. Do we not have somebody mentioning my love of safety in the chat? I'm trying to help you guys. Okay.
That's true.
I just a picture of if I don't know how much this is going to date me, or if anyone else in the comments can remember this, but Fire Marshal Bill, anybody from In Living Color, Jim Carrey. No, nobody. Comments. I need someone in the comments. There's someone that's older and more niche than me. In Living Color.
We've got actually a good conversation here between Patty and Carlos talking about the defensive line. We could jump on that. I mean, Dean Lowry, I think
we are a Packers show.
I haven't heard a lot about him so far through camp. I assume that that's just because he's in there doing his job and he's not going to do anything flashy. Him or Tyler Lancaster, like they're just a couple of guys that are in there doing some stuff.
Yeah, I didn't realize
when the other guys work behind him. And Kiki Kingsley, or is it Kingsley Kiki? I mess it up every single time. I think he's going to be good this year too. So we might not need snacks.
Yeah, I don't know. And Dean mentioned too, and he had his press conference today, and he wants to improve. Well, obviously he has to. He had 0 sacks last year, but he wants to improve in the pass rushing too, because Matt LaFleur shouted him out for his run defense in a game and said he did really well, but he needs to be consistent. And then he also wants to improve on that, and then also make sure he's getting to the quarterback, getting those sacks, and being another factor. Because right now, when Jacob and I were doing Packer Day episode on the defensive line, and he called it too. It was Kenny Clark and the Funky Bunch, really. Like, we have Kenny Clark, and after that, it's like, please somebody step up. So I don't know. I
didn't realize that Dean Lowry was with Kenny Clark being the most tenured Packer players on the defense.
That's wild.
I didn't realize that till today, but it totally makes sense. I think they came in. Didn't they come in the same draft, or pretty darn close to it?
Yeah, same year. They're
crazy to think about.
Only 5 years too. That's the weirdest part. Is like they're going on their 5th season, and that's the most tenured.
What other job can you have where you're 24 and you've been on the job longer than any of your coworkers?
Drug dealer.
Those guys don't quit.
Yeah, that's true. No, honestly, that's probably it. I don't like. That's insane. Yeah, 24 years and you've been on the team longer than anybody else. That's nuts.
I was gonna say something that's bad. I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, let's wrap it up before we keep digging ourselves in a hole.
What were you gonna say? I kind of want to know.
I'll tell you off mic. Sign up
for a Patreon, guys. Find out what Dan was right. Also, let's get a Patreon.
Yeah. Yeah, but any other questions? We're taking orders. Any other questions?
Last call.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was clever. I saw one early on in the chat. I'm looking right now. But
well, while you're looking, let's tease our next show, because our next show isn't going to be on Wednesday. Our next show is going to be Saturday, 5:00, right here at Lombardi's Bar, and we are going to be talking to a guy that personally I'm really excited about it, because he got a little, I guess you could say he went a little viral on social media there a couple of days ago. And now getting to talk with him and see what he's doing, I'm really excited about it. But I just didn't. I didn't write down his name. I know it's Ethan.
Ethan Bacon.
Ethan Bacon. Thank you. I wrote down Eth, and I didn't finish the name. I got distracted while I was typing, apparently. But Ethan Bacon, if you can find him on Twitter, he has got a Aaron Rodgers documentary coming out. 7-part Aaron Rodgers documentary that he put together himself, and we're going to talk with him on Saturday at 5:00. So subscribe now. It is good. We got to see a little bit of it so far, and I was floored. More just that someone was able to take everything that's been just sitting out there about Aaron Rodgers and compile it into a documentary like that. It's impressive. So make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube so you get that notification when we go live with Ethan on Saturday. But guys, Anything else that you wanted to promote, touch on as we wrap up here?
I had a quick question. We can my last little thing, but I saw on Twitter today someone put before Brett Favre interview coming up, they put who's the best quarterback to ever play for Green Bay? Bart Starr, Brett Favre, or Aaron Rodgers? Who do you vote for?
Aaron Rodgers.
It's 12.
Yeah.
And that hurts. I mean, Uncle Brett's my guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got to be just. I think it comes down to the way he takes care of the football, just not giving those opportunities to the other team is huge. And he's just so precise with what he does and everything. Even every word that he says, and an interview that he had recently, where he was talking about like just talking to the media and taking your time and thinking through what you're going to say and how you're going to answer things. It's just things like that translate onto the field for him that you just go, this guy is head and shoulders above damn near everybody else.
Yeah. And I hate to despair, like feel like we're disparaging Bart Starr, rest in peace. But like, it's hard to translate what he did into today's game. I know that he probably could, and like there's a good chance that he would probably be a pretty decent quarterback today, but like it's just hard, Like I can see what Aaron Rodgers is doing, and I know I can put him back in that time, and he can do it there. Yeah. It's just hard for me to say that Bart could come do it in this time. How about this one real quick?
Oh,
best offensive lineman in Green Bay Packer history.
Well, while you guys think about that,
Tony Mandrich.
Real quick, Tony Mandrich. What isn't it weird though that like for Aaron Rodgers, the fact that he does take care of the ball like at an amazing level is what makes him the best quarterback to play for the Packers, but then Brett Favre's gunslinging and like risk taking is what makes fans fall in love with them.
All right, here's what you do. You take the attitude and personality of Bart Starr, the endurance and creativity of Brett Favre, and the overall skill set of Aaron Rodgers, and it's a Frankenstein quarterback that eventually rules the world and eliminates all of mankind.
Bart Favre, number 12.
That's right.
Yep, got it.
And I, for one, welcome our new quarterback overlord.
Yeah.
Guys, let's wrap up here. Anything that you want to shill, promote, let people know where they can find you?
I have an article dropping tomorrow, just kind of going in depth a little bit more on the tight end group after Tanyan said today that they want to be the best tight end room, best tight end room in the NFL, just kind of going into what they each bring to the table. And then also today, my wide receiver video, Game On, posted it. I posted a month ago. They posted that today. Tomorrow, they're going to do my D-tackle one. And then on Friday, a brand new one's dropping. No one, you guys have seen it, but we're going to post that on Friday. And then try to be posting a little mini series as we go on. So look out for some videos and then article tomorrow.
And Jimmy, when that was posted, when?
Oh, the wide receiver one? Yeah, real quick. A month ago. Not 2 weeks. Okay. There was one 2 weeks ago.
There was a different one 2 weeks ago, but that wasn't yours, right?
No, that was a reboot. That was a reboot of my original, a Jimmy Christensen original, and then I had a reboot of it. So, but again, mine was a month ago, and then so.
Todd, what do you got going on? Any videos or any beefs you want to start?
I'm not sure what it was, so I might not be here next week.
Get the fire extinguisher.
That is upstairs by the kitchen where it should be. If you don't get enough tight end talk, reading through Jimmy's thing tomorrow, Friday, I will also be doing tight ends. But now that he said that, maybe I'll switch it up, pick a different group. Thanks again, Jimmy, for
once again. That's 2 times in a row. I'll switch. I'll sweat. I'll do that
one
more.
This is what we have a Slack channel for.
Yeah, we should start putting that in the chat. Anyways, that's my bad. So I'll figure out something else to write about on Friday morning, 9 o'clock. That'll drop. And at the Todd V Twitter, go follow me. I'll extend it 450 again next week. I'll send the glasses.
God, it's so sad, Todd.
It is. It's so sad.
God damn. I'm on Twitter at DK all the way. Good God. I post stupid stuff on there, like Jimmy said. Sometimes it's funny, so hope you like that. If you like that, come follow me. I've got a podcast dropping on Tuesday with Pack-A-Day Podcast. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about yet, but me, Matt Frelich, and Janelle Mackey always do something fun and different. Read as stupid. So come join us over there. And don't forget, Saturday at 5 o'clock, we're talking with Ethan Bacon on Lombardi's Bar. So make sure you subscribe on YouTube. And then, of course, follow all of us on the social media. It's Facebook. Just search Game On Wisconsin. And then at Game On Wisconsin on Twitter and Instagram. So until Saturday, everybody, your glasses. Cheers. Until next time. And go Pack, go.